Welcome to Unsigned518's Weekend Spotlight for the weekend of September the 20th, 2024. Got a lot of great stuff coming up for you. Going to check in with Joseph Biss for Joseph's Folk Corner. We're going to also talk to Girth Control to find out about their 10-year Girth Day party at No Fun down in Troy. Also have music from the Paper Prince, and we're going to check in with my new homies up north, and I'll tell you all about that later. But right now, without further ado, let's get started.
He was born on a Saturday in 73. He loves punk rock music. The fight is a 13. Jamming in the dazzle jam. On the bass guitar with the shortwave radio blast. It's motherfucking Andy Scolding. Look at motherfucker, cause here he comes. Andy Scolding. Wearing his orange hat.
All right, so welcome to Unsigned518's Weekend Spotlight, officially a Metroland production. It'll be up on the site soon enough. The site has been up for, I guess, like a couple weeks now. And the best thing about it is that the calendar, while it still needs to be built up, and, that will definitely happen, and it'll more stuff will start going up there. But the calendar now, as I do this show, instead of having to go to several different places, which is how I would do the show before. I mean, I would literally sometimes look at 7 or 8 different things around the area, just trying to find, 2 or 3 to choose to put in the Weekend Spotlight. And now that the Metroland is up, and it's themetroland.com, and when you go to themetroland.com, you'll see, like, right on the front page, basically what we have now is one link that's preview, review, and interview, and that's basically exactly as it says. It's articles written by our staff with staff photographers with the pictures in there. Everything's professional and looks fucking amazing. And again, there's reviews and previews and interviews, and I actually have my first album review is going to be going up there soon. I think soon. Yeah. But anyway, when you go to that front page, like, you'll see preview, review, interview up in the upper right-hand corner. And down in the left, it says what's happening. And that's where you would click to go to the calendar. You open that up. You can look at it weekly or monthly, and it has, as many events as we've got going up now. We're, again, working super hard on curating venues and bands that are going to be featured up there. But, I mean, even just looking at Thursday, like today, Thursday through Saturday, just those 3 days on our calendar, which is just getting started, there's more than 30 events happening right here in the area. So, and again, that's the very beginning. It's going to get to that point where we want this to be a one-stop. Everything is right there. And again, for me doing the show, it makes it incredibly easy. So Metroland, it's themetroland.com, lower right-hand corner, click on what's happening, and it'll bring you to our event calendar, which is where I'm getting all the information from that I'm going to be talking about today. So go check that out, themetroland.com. Up first off the Metroland calendar, we have Lavella with an album release concert that is tonight at Cafe Lena, and she will be backed by Warden and Company and Seth Warden. And right here from the Eventbrite page, it says Saratoga singer-songwriter Lavella celebrates the release of Outgrown, her debut all-original album. As the daughter of music teacher, band leader, and singer-songwriter Seth Warden, Lavella is no stranger to the stage. Now 16, she's been stealing the show since she was 13 years old. The expansive, emotional pop songs on her EP feature lyrics by her and music by her father, whose band will be backing her for this special night. And you can stream the show live at cafelena.tv. Again, that is Lavella. That is tonight at Cafe Lena, doors at 6:30. Right now, we're going to check in with Joseph Biss of Joseph's Folk Corner and see what's going on. I didn't do an episode last week because I was getting ready to go up to Canada and I had so much shit going on. So I haven't talked to Joseph in a little bit, so I'm excited to hear what he has to say. So over to you, Joseph.
Thanks, Andy. So yeah, we're going to do something a little bit different on this installment of Joseph's Folk Corner. We're going to touch on albums that, to me, they feel like fall. kind of thing if I'm outside doing puttering around on the property and I see a leaf so as much as change a slightest color and start to wiggle and then just gently just soar down to the ground, I must go inside and throw on these albums. The first one I'm going to touch on to is Pink Moon. Now that was by the late and great Nick Drake, which if you're not familiar with him, he was in the late 60s folk scene. You can kind of think of Donovan, but not as bright and cheery. It's more like somber, melancholy kind of music. And I don't know, for me, folk in fall, that's kind of where my listening is leaning. So yeah, I feel like it's something special that how seasons can invoke such a sound escape, something that you're expecting to hear, and it's just fall is definitely one of those seasons that really does it for me, and I feel that folk just brings it all together so much more. And another one that I really feel is quite fallish and very much folkish for me is Live at the Cabin by Slaughter Beach Dog. Now, Slaughter Beach Dog, if you're not familiar, that is Jake Ewald's project. Jake Ewald you may recognize from Modern Baseball, the Midwest emo band from the late 2010s. After they went into hiatus, he started up this side project, and he released this album. It was just him and his acoustic guitar in the living room of his cabin, which if you're familiar with my work, I may have some bias towards things recording into someone's living room, but but yes. And another thing I'll bring up with Slaughter Beach Dog, last weekend, the 13th through the 15th there, down at Meadowlark Festival. That's in Stone Ridge, New York. There was a big festival supporting all the Hudson Valley farmers and people working in that area. And there was a lot of big folk names in there. They're like the Fruit Bats. Slaughter Beach Dog was there. Jeffrey Lewis and the High Voltage, which I mentioned on a couple installments ago. So yeah, it was my kind of goof. I thought it was coming up more in the future, so I was going to delve on it a little bit more, but it's past. But it doesn't mean that it won't happen again like next year. So another, I know they all advertise it as upstate New York, and a lot of us being from upstate New York be like, well, that's kind of still southern New York, but all the same, it was folk for a good cause, and that's what we like to talk about here. So yeah, that's all for me today as I watch leaves fall in the backyard. So yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. Back to you, Andy. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Joseph. That is Joseph Biss. And again, if you can go seek out his music, he's on all the streaming platforms. Joseph Biss, just JOSEPHBISS. And he's also a great follow on social media. He puts out really good content. And again, that's just Joseph Biss, all one word. All right, now we're going to get into some really silly shit. I would have not said anything and just rolled it, and that just wouldn't be funny. So I'm going to give you the backstory of what I'm about to play for you. So Girth Control, who, are not only a great ska punk band who are celebrating their 10-year anniversary this weekend, but since they've been on the show, we've become buddies, and they may actually be working on a custom new theme song for the Weekend Spotlight, which may be coming soon. Fingers crossed. But anyway, I asked them, we wanted to do something for the Weekend Spotlight, and we had this idea where they'll just record something on their end and email it to me, because I was going to be away this weekend and I had stuff going on. So they recorded on their end, and at there's points where you hear like Jay, like, well, you won't hear it, but there's points where Jay was like pretending to be me and like asking a question, and then Mark would be like, oh, that's a great question, Andy, and like they were like laughing and having fun with it. So I decided to have a little fun with it as well, and this afternoon, just about an hour and a half ago, I recorded, I guess, my side of the interview. So what you're going to hear is Girth Control recorded it, almost a week ago at this point, and then I recorded my part about an hour or so ago. And I just think it's funny. And if you didn't know that, you would just be like, "What the fuck is wrong with these guys? Why are they like laughing at inappropriate times and this and that?" But anyway, it's pretty funny. So yeah, what you're going to hear is my quote unquote interview with Girth Control.
Ring, ring, ring. Hey, the phone's ringing. I wonder who's calling.
Yeah, who's calling?
Who's coming through?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Andy from Unsigned518.
Hey, Andy. This is
Girth Control.
Yeah, I know. I called you guys. But anyway, what did you want to talk about?
our 10-year Girth Day party on Friday, September 20th at No Fun in Troy.
Is that tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness. Friday, September 20th at No Fun in Troy. Girth Control's 10-year Girth Day party.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
How did this happen, man?
I don't know.
We've been having a blast for 10 whole years.
How'd we get here?
You know, that's actually a pretty good question. How did you get here?
You know, we were just joking around, and we ended up having so much fun that we've just been doing it for 10 years straight, man. We were just talking earlier tonight saying there hasn't been a moment in Girth Control where I've questioned it or ever thought that I don't want to do it anymore. So I think that it's going to just be a party forever. I think we're going to be having a 20-year Girth Day party. We're going to be having a 30-year. We're doing this until
50-year Girth
50
Day.
year. Everybody, you know, you're going to be lacing up your checkered slip-ons when you're 70.
Yeah.
Coming out to this. But we'll live in the now. Girth Control's 10-year Girth Day party. Friday, September 20th at No Fun in Troy.
So who else is on the lineup?
Thanks for asking, Andy. We got our friend Henry's Rifle. He doesn't play a lot of shows anymore, but every once in a while when it's important when we can get him out. And we're really excited to play with him. So Henry's Rifle's playing. We got Divide by Zero. They're
doing a reunion show. So I didn't realize this when we booked them. I heard about this great new local ska punk band called Divide by Zero, and I looked them up and I got in touch with them, and it turns out they've been in like different states for the last 5 years. They met in college like years ago. Still record music, but haven't played a show in 5 years. So this is their first show in 5 years.
Girth Control's bringing people back together, man.
Yeah. So
It's
you
beautiful.
got a Girth Day, you got a reunion show, you got a very rare Henry's Rifle show.
And then we have our friends from Buffalo on the Cinder, who are one of the best DIY punk bands. They're one of the realest, coolest bands going right now, and they are really nice guys and a really great band.
Old friends at this point.
Yeah,
Old
they
friends
booked
at this
they
point.
booked our first out of town show. I think was
I believe so, yeah.
Jay from On the Cinder booked out in Buffalo, so we're happy to have them on the show.
Yeah, and I think they were supposed to play a show a couple of years ago, and they unfortunately couldn't make it. So this is their first time in Albany in like 5 or 6 years, too. So also very exciting.
So why do you think people should come to the Girth Control 10-year anniversary party?
Thank you for asking, Andy. Why
Thank you
people
for
should go
asking,
to our
Andy.
show. I'm going to tell you why. We're going to be playing songs we've never played live before. We're going to be busting out songs that we haven't played since the first show when we played. If you were at the first show, we played 3 covers at that show that we've never played live since. We're going to be playing those. We're going to be having an awesome, killer time, kicking it like we're 25, even though we're not anymore. And everyone there is going to be having a blast. But not only that, we ordered awesome color-changing cups to give away. So there's a limited supply, but there's a pretty good amount of them. I think that pretty much everyone can get a cup, drink all your beers at No Fun, buy beers all night, put them in this sick color-changing cup. They're great because they're yellow when they're empty, but then when you put cold beers in them, they turn green, so you can tell how full your friend's beer is, so you can buy them a beer when their beer's getting low.
Or make fun of them.
And we have new stickers, new
Yeah,
Girth
new
Control
stickers
10-year
for free
stickers.
as well. Yep.
So we're giving stuff away. Actually, you're like losing money if you don't come to the show.
Yeah, and actually we'll have a bunch of posters to give away as well. So like first maybe 10 or 20 people that want them will have posters designed by another awesome Buffalo person, Joski. I can't pronounce his last name, but Joe S. Great Buffalo designer, did this rad sort of Dookie style artwork for us that we cannot get enough of. So check that out and grab a poster if you're at the show.
Yeah, you're basically, if you don't come to this show, you are going to be in financial ruin for the next fiscal year. I think.
Maybe even 10.
Maybe even 10.
You're going to go into a personal recession.
If you do not, if you do not come to the show at No Fun, Girth Control's 10-year Girth Day party, Friday, September 20th, 2024. If you miss it, you will have to live with that regret for the rest of your life. I don't think you can. And financially, I don't think you'll ever recover.
Probably not, no. Well, Girth Control, thank you so much for taking time in your day to come on and talk to me. I always appreciate it, and it's always super cool to talk to you.
Thanks for having us on the show, Andy, and congratulations on the new Metroland.
No, thank you so much, guys.
We can't wait to be on the cover of the new Metroland every year, every issue.
We're gonna break the curse.
Yeah. Is there a curse?
There's a curse, yeah. If you're on the cover of the Metroland, your band breaks up.
Oh.
Happened every time.
Well, dude.
And
That's
not
why
even
they're
the
not-
cover, not even the cover, because the one time public access was in the Metroland. We had like a nice spread. Broke up the next year. So
Oh, it was the picture in front of my parents' house, in front of my old Caprice Classic.
yeah, but this is Metroland now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
That's
so
all
it's
in
correct.
there.
I think Andy broke the curse.
Andy already broke
I
it.
did. Breaking curses is my
Plus,
specialty.
they're not doing print editions yet. Probably for that reason. He's probably talking to
They
some
know
shaman,
better. Yeah.
some witch doctors, and some other type of voodoo priestesses and stuff, so that they can figure out how to make sure that they're approaching this thing right. They did their research.
They definitely did their research.
You know,
so.
this isn't a rinky-dink
This is the
operation.
curse-free Metroland.
Wow, Andy, it's really been a blast talking to you on the phone.
It's always
man.
so fun hanging with you, Andy. Thank you for having us.
I could talk to you for hours and hours. I just think that you're really the nicest, coolest guy, and you have so much to offer the world. And I just really appreciate you taking the time to personally chat with us on the phone like this. I know you're really busy, but like,
Oh, stop it, Mark. I'm nowhere near as nice and cool as you.
no, Andy, no, seriously, no, I know I'm great, but you're the best.
Mark,
no,
you're great. You're
Andy,
Mark.
please.
Mark,
You're the
I
one who's
appreciate
the
it.
best.
You're,
Thank you so no,
Mark. Okay,
come on, man.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Thank you so much for having us. All right, yeah, come to our show, please, everybody. If you're listening to this and you like fun, you like ska punk, you like having a good time, you like rocking out, Henry's Rifle, Divide by Zero, On the Cinder, and Girth Control celebrating our 10th year of ska punk stupidity. We're having a blast every time we play. We're drinking beers. We got color changing cups we're giving away at No Fun on Friday, September 20th, 2024. Don't miss it.
We're going out to kids have fun. Later, mom and dad. Don't get in trouble while we're gone. Why do you always say that? Why do you always say that? You know we're fine, young citizens. Across the board, the averages. Boys, you really should have thought to lock the liquor cabinet. I'm wrecked on triple sec again. Let's drink, let's face it on my parents'
That was Wrecked on Triple Sec, Girth Control, off their double album, Life's Too Short for Girth Control, that is available everywhere that you get your music. And don't forget to go see them tomorrow night, that is Friday, September 19th, at No Fun in Troy. Up next on Saturday, September 21st at 7 p.m., The Paper Prints with an album release show with Amanda Case and friends, and that is at Mojo's Cafe and Gallery in downtown Troy, New York. That show is just $10. And I had a chance to reach out to Paper Prince this afternoon and ask if if it was cool if I played one of his songs on the episode, and he was gracious enough to say yes. So let's listen to this beautiful track. It's called Everything Is New, The Paper Prince, and don't forget to catch him with Amanda Case and friends Saturday, September 21st at Mojo's Cafe and Gallery in Troy. That show starts at 7 p.m. and is just $10.
Night that is insatiable. So walk you back, wide among the rows. Before I forget, there's another one calling your name. Trace along the folds, the sun bleached your bones and hung them in the sky. Seen it all before. My hands don't work anymore. They can't hold this stiff and wide, and I'll be here for some time. Won't tie up lights, and everything is new. Everything except for you. I've been gone a while, but I've come back just to see you smile. If you can move your lips that way still. Tell me, what do you need? Take me, give me a push.
That was the Paper Prince with Everything Is New, again playing at Mojo's Cafe and Gallery with Amanda Case and friends, Saturday at 7 p.m. All right, and I told you that we had a lot to get to because we are not done yet. I still have more to get to, and I know I was gone over the weekend, and I went up to Canada, and I had been talking about it for a while. And you may have been thinking like, "Hey, Andy, where's the local content? Why are you talking about a place that's 8 hours away for weeks at a time?" And it may have even seemed that I was just going to have fun, and it had nothing to do with the show at all. But that's not actually the case. What is going to happen, and what is in the works, what is happening now, is not only have I met people up there in other bands, but a lot of media people. So I met these two dudes. They were, I met a lot of people, but these two dudes, Mike and Jake, they have this show called Bad Music Club, and the name of their production is Bad Club Media, and they're basically doing the same thing that I'm doing, just up in Canada, and their area code, ironically enough, is 519. But they're literally just doing a ton of research, putting in a ton of work. They both, have day jobs. This isn't like their full-time thing. They're doing it as a hobby to help other bands. Like, we spent a lot of time talking, and that was the common theme, was that they're just like, we just want to help bands. And I was like, I just want to help bands. And we had so much in common that we haven't figured out the details, but we really want to work together. We really want to do something together to mostly introduce, you guys, the 518, to the great music that's happening up north that you may not be privy to, and to introduce the people up north to the great 518 music that they may not be privy to. So we're almost like doing like I guess you'd call it like a band swap. Like, I'm going to... we don't know how it's going to look yet, but basically we would like to have it where, I do a segment on their show, they do a segment on mine. And I'm actually just going to start it today. And they do a daily thing called Bands You Should Know, which is just like a quick, minute or two of them. They introduce the band. They kind of give you an idea of the following that they have on Spotify and where they are from. And then they talk a little bit about the band, and then play a clip of the song. And it's, to get you to be like, ooh, I like what I heard. Then you go see the band, follow the band and whatever. But so I'm going to start basically playing that on this show, so that every week there'll be one band that's not going to be on our radar that I'm going to put on your radar via my friends in the Bad Music Club. So we're just going to start that today. We'll see where it goes, how it's going to work out. There's, a lot to talk about, but I just definitely see myself working with these guys. I really like them. You'll really like them. They're hilarious. And without further ado, let's check in with Jake and Mike of Bad Club Media. And this is one of their bands you should know.
Cudbear has 1,610 monthly listeners, and they're a trio based out in Barrie and Toronto.
Oh man, this game is on, baby.
I really enjoyed listening to this band. These guys have all the makings of a great rock and roll band.
They really bring a sneaky sound that has lots of hidden little elements you're going to enjoy while you discover this band.
I'm so excited to see this band blow up.
Good stuff, my silly monkeys.
Their latest release is Phantoms, which came out July 23rd, 2024.
On my way, the flashing lights on
All right, that was Cudbear with Phantoms, and you may have recognized that from my Gussapalooza recap episode that I put out. But it was a 2-hour long episode, and I understand that not everybody wants to listen to what I have to say for 2 hours in a row, and I can't say that I blame you. All right, before we go, I had said that I'm just going to throw on some songs at the end of the episode kind of to play us out that may not have anything to do with an event that's happening this weekend. That's just something that, I've been listening to or is on my radar and that I think you should listen to, just an out-of-context kick-ass song. So this week, I have a song from Ab the Autocrat with MC Graffiti and Exquisite, and they go by AGX, A for Autocrat, G for Graffiti, and X for Exquisite. And Exquisite actually came on my radar through Mr. Pigs, and if you're not familiar with him, I can't say it enough. Go check out Mr. Pigs and all of this music. It's MISTAPIGZ. You'll be able to find him everywhere. Solid hip-hop artist out of, I believe he's out of Troy. Certainly local. But he's the one that got me into listening to Exquisite. He's done some stuff with Exquisite. And, Ab the Autocrat has been on my radar for a while. And I reached out to him today, was just like, hey, can I play one of your songs? And he said yes, and we're actually in talks to hopefully get him on for a full episode, because I really like what he does. And if you're not familiar with Ab the Autocrat, go on Instagram and check out his content, because he does he's a really talented dude, but he kind of shows you, not necessarily behind the scenes, but I mean a little bit. He gives you advice and tutelage, I guess you could say, on his Instagram page. He does Melodic Mondays, and he shows you how to make beats and samples, and it's really cool. So go check out Ab the Autocrat. It's just one word on Instagram, and obviously follow him on Spotify. And right now, we're going to listen to AGX by Ab the Autocrat, MC Graffiti, and Exquisite, and it's here on Unsigned518 Weekend Spotlight.
Juxtaposition, you pushing agendas of crooks cooking in the kitchen when you could have been listening. Putting it into tuition to own a situation like a sleight of hand magician. Put stock in AGX, dividends, then demand positions. Illiterate MCs like to write with crayons, like lefties writing with a right hand and scribbling. Worthless verses I wrote in perfect cursive and planned a mission. If you notice, pawns protect queens and kings get put in their positions. What the fuck? Son, I spit lungs, razor sharp and split tongues. Space the way you write might be a fan of fiction. Big dog, don't have the height to stand in this one. Type of manuscript about the life that can't be written. Keep a rusty can of ammunition. Buckshot blast for y'all in case I manage to miss one. Live, laugh, love for your wall, but wifey took a bucket of balls off her cheeks, listening to Wonderwall. Oasis in the anus when I strum the guitar. Stunning bars coming hard, running yards like a heist. Rhyme schemes to find me. Elmo's laser eyes when he nuked the whole horizon.
AGX, no telling where they came from. Futuristic flow, let the blade run. AGX, you better know their name, son. Ab hit the beat with insane drums. AGX, no telling where they came from. Futuristic flow, let the blade run. AGX, you better know their name, son. Ab hit the beat with insane drums. I've been ready since 07, the known weapon. The flow tested, perfecting the order, mic checking. Write records, severing heads, and ride with my brethren. Dire survive, violence is inside of my method. Apply pressure, taking you to the concrete. I bomb beats, dog, and your home is another 6 feet. That seat trigger clicking like it's a metronome. Better go, bird shot scatter like archipelagos. I'm in the lab like a white coat, tight rope. Walk a fine line between a knife poke and hype choke. Right smoke forming as the pen hits the pad. More passion in the punchlines than liquor in your dad. See you chilling with a stack. Matter of fact, give me that. You gon' have to bring the cavalry to try to get it back. I'm trying to count these greens like Kutsaki. I know you feeling shook, probably never thought you'd be the dead body. Shut them down. AGX, no telling where they came from. Futuristic flow, let the blade run. AGX, you better know their name, son. Ab hit the beat with insane drums. AGX, no telling where they came from. Futuristic flow, let the blade run. AGX, you better know their name, son. Ab hit the beat with insane drums.
That was AGX here on Unsigned 518's Weekend Spotlight. And that is it for this week's show. But before we go, I have a little bit of an announcement. You may have noticed these smooth beats underneath my voice as I was talking through this episode, which hadn't been there before. And I always used a bed music when I talked on radio, and that's what that is. You know, just something nice playing underneath. It helps fill the atmosphere, fill the space. And after playing Ab the Autocrat song, I reached out to him and I was like, I would love to have something to play as a bed music. Do you commission beats? Like, is there, something that I can do to get one? And he literally was just like, you tell me what you want, man. Like, any beat that you hear on Spotify, you can use as long as you give me credit, which is amazing and so cool. And it just goes to show you what a music community is all about. And so I will be using its formative years of the served up instrumentals. You can find it on Spotify under Ab the Autocrat, but I'm going to be using that as my bed music going forward. Just for the record, I'm interjecting this part into the already completed episode just because that's how quick this shit happened, and I was so stoked I had to put it in, and then I had to tell everybody about it. So going forward, you're going to notice Formative Years, the instrumental from Ab the Autocrat, playing underneath my voice while I'm talking. As a matter of fact, it's definitely what you're hearing right now. Let's just chill for a second and listen to the song for like a second. Yeah, it's nice, right? So again, that is Formative Years, Ab the Autocrat, my new bed music. I'm fucking stoked. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, if you can, subscribe and follow and tell a friend, because that's really what helps the show grow. Not even tell a friend, like grab their phone and type in the show and then save it for them and then give them the phone back and give them a gruff look and be like, why weren't you following Andy already? No, but anyway, I really appreciate everybody listening, everything that you do. The show is only going to grow, especially now that Metroland is back, and I am happy to say that I am, on the launch team, so to speak. I am part of the Metroland family, which means Unsigned 518, the Unsigned Unwind, and the Weekend Spotlight are all part of the Metroland family as well. And, I'm going to be writing record reviews and doing all sorts of shit. So it's just going to grow, and I'm hoping that you guys will hang out with me while it happens. So that is it. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned 518's Weekend Spotlights. I'll see you on the road. Unsigned 518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you'd like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening. Or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.